So we're going to talk about three things. When you are doing editing, like when you're starting editing, there's so many different functions that you have that you can actually use to make your videos a little bit more interesting, a little bit more, your storytelling a little bit more, the narrative is a little bit more interesting by using all these different things. But most people, it's like when they start out video editing, is they are totally overwhelmed by all these different things that they have to learn, and they just give up very easily because they just think that, oh my god, we have to learn all these different things just to make a 2-minute 3-minute video. I'm going to use this episode just to let you know that no, that's not necessary. If you can do these three things, these three cuts, so to speak, I think your storytelling will actually have a lot of quality, and you don't have to go into any kind of heavy duty stuff. I mean, at least in the beginning part. Okay, so if you look at my example here, I have two clips that I took from my video. One is just me sitting and talking, and the other one is me, as you can see, me sitting and having my lunch. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to readjust the window. This is in the edit window. I'm just going to go down here. If you can see my cursor's all the way down there, and I'm going to readjust it like that, just to make the timeline. This is known as the timeline. Okay. Now, when you look at DaVinci Resolve and the way it works, just like any other video editing software out there, it uses what is known as a track system, where you can actually lay videos on like a track. Like the videos will be on the top and the audio will be in the bottom. Like for example, let's say if I have this video right here and I have a point right here, I'm going to just take that point right there and I'm going to press Q. This has already been pre-programmed. That means I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm selecting only one part of the video to fly it into the timeline. Like I don't need the entire clip. I just need this one particular part. So I just took it over here, and then I moved my cursor down a little bit till, let's say, you see these two girls are walking into the scene. I don't want them in the scene, so I'm going to stop them right there. And then I'm going to press W. So what I have done is I have used an in and out. I have pre-programmed my keyboard so that I use QWE. So Q would be the in, W would be the out, and E would be the append. That means I will take that part and fly into the timeline. So I have my beginning point, which is right there. And then I have my ending point, which is right there. So I did not take the entire clip. I'm just taking one part of it. And now if I press E, you see it'll fly right into the timeline. Okay, now I'm going to make the timeline a little bit bigger so that way you can, visually you can see it. I'm going to make it this way, and I am going to make my video bigger, my audio bigger. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm going to remove the media one just for 1 second. I'm just going to press a button. I'm going to remove the media part. So if you see that, you can see the whole thing. Okay, now up here is the source. That means that's the original video. Over here is what I have in the timeline. So this is the source. That means it's from the videotape. That means the original video clip. And then on this side, over here, on the right hand side, is what is in my movie. Okay, so that's why it looks like a duplicate. And so I'm going to go back over here. And now when I play it, you notice my movie is actually playing. Now, if you look at the track, you will notice I have the video on the top and I have the audio in the bottom. And this is how it always will be, especially with DaVinci Resolve, because this is the software that I'm using right now. It's very easy to use. And over here, I have this little keychain. So when I connect it, what's going to happen is if I click out and click back in, you see the video and the audio are connected and they go together. But I could also disconnect it. I don't want to do that, but I could disconnect it for various different reasons. Maybe I want to use a B-roll on top of it, and or just take only the audio and not take the video. So to use the audio as a voiceover. There are all these different options. So that's why this is such a great software, because it gives you all these different options that you can use. So that way anything you shoot, nothing can actually go to waste. You could actually use all kinds of stuff. So in this case, I'm connecting it together. But let's say if I disconnect it, what would happen? So here it goes. If I disconnect it, And you can notice now my video is selected, but not the audio. Or I can select the audio. So let me select the video and move it. Take a look. You notice that? I have moved it away. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to undo it. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my video and my audio together. So I'm going to reconnect it. Control Z allows me to, just reframe my, it's not, it's just a matter of reframing the whole thing. Okay, and I'm going to zoom back out. Now I'm going to go back to my media, and I have another clip, which I'm going to double click, and it's going to show up in the source. Remember, on this side is the source, that means that's the original tape, and on this side is the one that is actually in the timeline. So I'm sitting and eating, having lunch, so I'm just going to take this video from there. Again, I'm going to press Q, that means that's my starting point, and then I'm going to play a little bit down, and I'm going to play a little bit down, and then I'm going to hit W, and then I'm going to click E, and that section will come into the timeline. There you go. So now what do I have? I have two different clips, and they're back to back in the timeline. Now let me remove the media and let me go in, zoom in a little bit, okay, so that way you can see. Okay, so in the beginning, that is the first clip, and then over here is the second clip. Now what you see in the middle where these two clips join together, that is known as a hard cut. That means I'm going from one clip to another clip. That means that's known as a hard cut right there. I mean, it's just straight up. So the cut is between the video and the audio, but exactly aligned. Okay. Now the reason why I say this is because now I'm going to introduce you to what is known as a J cut, the letter J, and what is known as an L cut, the letter L. So now I'm going to zoom into this little section. I'm going to zoom in. Okay. Now, here's the question. You might say, well, what is the benefit of these two? What happens in the editing world, or in how they use these cuts, is sometimes you want to have the dialogue continue, but the video has changed. So it's like an L, where the video has stopped, but the dialogue of that video still continues. So for example, let me do it over here. Watch, and you're going to love this. This is really interesting. So I'm going to unchain the two clips, because if I move, when it was connected, if I move, they're both going to move accordingly. I don't want to do that. I want to move only the audio. So in this case, I would go down here, and as you can see, it shows me like a double little bracket, thing. And I will select both. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the audio of my first track, but I'm going to extend it into the second track. Do you see that? That's what I did. I extended it. Okay, now let me do something different so that way we can maybe understand this a little bit better. I'm going to click this, and I'm going to change the color. I'm going to go to clip color. I'm using left click, right click, and I'm going to make it orange. Sounds good? Okay. Now you can see, which is the first clip, which is orange, and the second clip, which is the original green. So now I'm going to go and unchain, and I'm going to select my audio, only the audio. And now you notice what happens. So that means if I play this, my video has stopped, but my dialogue, my speaking has still gone on, even though the video has changed on the top. If you look at it, if you look at the orange, you see it looks like an L. That's known as an L cut. Now the reverse of that would be the J cut. So all I have to do is come back over here and simply go this way. So now I have a J cut. Now, of course, this is just an example. These videos are just two clips. They are not really part of this real video. I'm just trying to show you what is known as the hard cut, or the plain cut, or the basic cut, and then what is known as the L cut, where the video stops but the audio will continue, and the J cut would be the reverse of that, where actually the audio is there under the video. So the audio of the next video is actually coming into the second one, like the one right now. Now again, these are just basic stuff. It's up to you to explore your storytelling, but I use these two in a very, very subtle way. Wait, I have my little cat coming over here. Hello, come say hello. Oh, here's my cat. Say hello. You see it? Hello, 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 hello. All right, this is my assistant editor over here, supervisor, checking me that I'm doing my work. Hey, don't eat my wires, okay? You. Anyway, so these three things, like I'm just making a small little lesson for you, but do explore on YouTube. There are other people who I think explain it much better than me, maybe. Just kind of like go through it, because when you're making your first video, if you know the basic cut is very easy. It's just basically a cut. But if you can look at the L cut and the J cut, I think it'll add a little bit of value, like production value, to your video, your storytelling, your narrative, the music setup. I think it'll be wonderful. So good luck to you, and thank you for your visit for this video. Leave a comment if there's something you want to see me explain it, or maybe you like the way I was explaining it. Maybe it's more clear, because the thing is, when I saw the J cut and the L cut from a lot of other YouTubers, it took me a while to actually understand it. Is because I just did not see the benefit of it. I just thought it was, oh, that's just interesting gimmicks. But then when I tried it out, then I realized that, oh my God, this is really good. I mean, it's such a small little thing that just made my video go from level 1 to level 5. Even though there's no special effects, I didn't do anything. I just simply adjusted the sound here and there, or the video here and there between two shots, and it just made my storytelling, the way I was making my videos, just so much more interesting. So anyway, good luck to you. Thank you for your like and subscribe. I do want to say thank you to people who are already subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It's so cool that you guys like what I'm doing, and it's being very beneficial to a lot of you. So I'm so thankful. So thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.